series, Hidden History and Secrets of Our Government Uncovered. And it's all in a new book that can put a fun spin on election year. Michael Burgan, author of National Geographic Kids' Weird But True, Know-It-All, U.S. Government, is here to talk about the book. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So it says for kids, but it's really for kids of all ages, right?
I think so, yes. I'm sure if adults learn some of this stuff when they were in civics, they've probably forgotten a lot of the nuts and bolts. And I think the weird but true or unusual facts will be new to them, and certainly to the kids.
Well, and I got to tell you, even with the way my daughter learns, I would retain more if I learned in that fun way as well. So if we mentioned it is election year, so what are some of the weird tidbits you found about the presidency?
Well, we're pretty straightforward in dealing with the fact that the president is the head of the executive branch and what their duties are and how they're elected. But I enjoy kind of getting a little bit into their personal lives. Like Dwight Eisenhower used to set up a grill on the roof of the White House and cook his own meals. I'm not sure what exactly he grilled, but he did like to do that. Calvin Coolidge, who we often think of as being pretty somber and silent, liked to prank his staff by hitting all the buttons on the intercom system they had at the time and then hiding in his office so they couldn't find him. And then Teddy Roosevelt and his family, over the years they were there, had a number of different animals, more common ones, dogs and cats, but also guinea pigs, a pony, a badger, and for a time even a small bear.
So you also discovered that the White House has a private bowling alley for the president. What other special perks are there?
Well, there's a movie theater, there's a running track, there's a putting green, and then if the president goes to the retreat at Camp David, they have similar facilities there along with a basketball court. So the president has plenty of opportunities to get in some exercise and some relaxation.
And so what about Congress? What hidden secrets are there at the Capitol?
Well, I don't think many people know that there's a subway system that connects different office buildings in the Capitol. There's 2 lines for the Senate and 1 for the House. That was first introduced in 1909. And there was a Speaker of the House, I believe it was Cannon, who had a favorite bean soup that he said had to be on the menu every day in the cafeteria at the House of Representatives. And that soup or something similar to it is still served today in the cafeteria there.
Were there any weird facts, that you found that you said there's no way that's true?
I guess so. The fact that the FBI has a file on Bigfoot was kind of surprising. And that came about because somebody found some what they thought was weird fur out in the woods, and they sent it to the FBI to be analyzed, and they came back and said, no, it's just a normal fur from a forest mammal, but they have the file and you can actually see it online. And some of the weird things that people have been able to mail through the postal system, a coconut, a tree trunk, 80,000 red bricks. So these are definitely facts that you don't find in your regular history book.
Michael, thank you so much. Where can folks find your book?
Any of the online book retailers or their local bookstore. If it's not on the shelf, they can certainly order it for them, or they can go to National Geographic's website.
Michael Burgan, author of National Geographic Kids' Weird But True, Know-It-All, U.S. Government. Thank you so much. For more information on the book, all you have to do is snap that QR code that you see right there on your screen or head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab. Thank you again.
Thank you for having me.